Good afternoon. I'm honored to be joined here today with my colleagues, Alderman Dietrich Leggett of the 2nd District, Alderwoman Linda Wilder Bryan of the 3rd District, Alderman Nick Palumbo of the 4th District, Doris Williams, Executive Director of the Rape Crisis Center, and members of a community group known as the Astrals. April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. The color representing sexual assault awareness is teal, which I am wearing, or I guess a variation of, and Nick sort of a variation of as well. So as long as there have been people who care about making the world a better place, there have been individuals advocating for sexual assault prevention. In the United States, movements for social change and equality began to gain traction in the 1940s and the 1950s with the Civil Rights era. Although open discussion of the realities of sexual assault and domestic violence were limited at these times, activists for equal rights began to challenge the status quo. That is why we are here today. Savannah is rich in history, flooded with tourism, embedded with tradition, and host to many college students. 23% of women, 5% of men, and 21% of transgender, genderqueer, or gender nonconforming students experience sexual violence while they're in college. And these are just the statistics of our college students. To those of you that are victims of any of these abuses, I cannot imagine the trauma that you're going through. Just know that we care, and we can help. You do not have to go through this trauma alone, because the truth is, you are not alone. Your voice is power. Use your voice, that power, to change the culture. In our community, we have so many resources that are available to you. I want to highlight 2 of those resources here today: the Rape Crisis Center and the Astrals. The mission of the Rape Crisis Center is to provide resources and advocacy to victims of rape and sexual assault, and prevention education to youths and adults. The Astrals are a local, neutral, community organization that provides resources for those individuals who are victims of a crime or who have information about a crime. The Astrals are a great organization for those who want to report their story and keep a sense of anonymity. This group is an option for those that are very uncomfortable stepping forward. Many stories have already been told and resources have been offered through the help of this awesome community group. As you can see, this group is anything but conventional, but this collaboration is vital. Ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake about it, this is no longer business as usual. This is a movement to help those who have been harmed in the most intimate way imagined. This can happen to any person, any gender, and any age. As a public official, I am pledging my support to those who are scared to come forward. I am pledging my support to those who can be a resource for victims of sexual assault. The numbers and statistics of sexual assault are high nationwide, and those are the numbers of reported cases that we know of. Together we can educate people and prevent these types of crimes. This is not only a criminal matter, it's a social justice issue. In the words of the late, great, one of my favorite theologians, Howard Thurman, all social justice issues are temporary. We must go deeper. So that means we must go deeper into the factors that cause these crimes. We must be intentional when making decisions as a governing body. We must be advocates and social justice workers within our community. So right now, allow me to introduce Doris, the Executive Director of the Rape Crisis Center of the Coastal Empire. Doris.
I am so grateful and honored to be standing here with the alderman and alderwoman. Their continued support of the Rape Crisis Center is essential. Not only did the City of Savannah support us in any activity we may have, they're also there financially. We could not do what we do without the support of the city and our local partners. I'm very fortunate that we offer 24-hour crisis line services. We offer 24-hour advocacy and hospital response. We have a sexual assault nurse examination program where we have nurses that are certified and able to do the examination and collect the evidence and pass it to law enforcement. We have counseling services. We also are there for court accompaniment, where we have monthly groups group meetings. And we also have expanded our program to the non-English speaking community, our Hispanic community. We now have a new bilingual advocate. We are so fortunate with the Rape Crisis Center to have these many partners and also to establish a new partnership. Any way we can serve the citizens and make sure they are aware of our services and our collaboration partnerships that we have, that will better serve the citizens of Savannah. And I am just so fortunate and honored to stand here with the aldermen and alderwoman. They have continually supported our agency over the years, and I look forward to a new, just a continued relationship, continued partnership, and all of the new. They also introduced me to this new group, so we're going to see how we can work together as well. Thank you again for this opportunity, and I will be standing over here if you'd like to talk to me later. Thank you.
Yeah, Doris.
Thank you, Doris.
Good job.
Now I'd like to introduce a new community group. I don't say new, they've been around for some time, but they're a resource for us. They're a resource for the community, and they're a new partner to us. And I'm going to introduce one of the members of the group, the Astrals.
I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Hold on.
Hi, good afternoon. First, I would like to thank City Council and Savannah Rape Crisis Center for inviting us here to speak with you all. Second, I'd like to acknowledge that, yes, this is a little strange. However, I feel by exploring how we ended up to this point, we will be able to highlight another side of what has been discussed so far. When we started the Astrals a few years ago, it was aimed as a more personable, anonymous tip line. Our goal was to keep people as updated as possible, along with helping them feel comfortable. We had an email address and a Facebook page, and that was it. No costumes. We knew that if we had to be anonymous, we didn't want to be ominous. Thus, we had a drawing done of 4 colorful characters to represent the group. That is where the imagery you see today began and ended. We didn't expect it to work as well as it did. All of the people who reached out to us in our first year were survivors of sexual assaults and rapes. As time went on, we were encouraged to up the scale, to embrace a more theatrical approach. These suggestions came from our friends in law, various city governments, other nonprofits, and even those who would reach out to us for help. As strange as it may sound, there were survivors who would only agree to talk to us if we agreed to wear what we are before you. And even though I didn't understand why the theatrics worked, I couldn't deny that it was having an effect. I believe that this group is able to help people envision the person they would feel the most comfortable talking about these cases with. I believe that is why they asked for us to come in costume. For they don't see this, they see that person. Still to this day, most of the people who reach out to us are survivors of college sex-related crimes. Our families are survivors. Our friends are survivors. Even some of our own team members are survivors. I cannot begin to express how honored we are to have been able to help in any way possible with helping these survivors feel comfortable coming forward, and how willing other organizations and individuals have been to collaborate with us. But today I want to make a few things clear. Please know right now that it is up to those who are hurt and told to be silent to speak out the loudest and come forward if there's going to be any change. You hold all the power. That's why they try to silence you. However, I understand how terrifying it is. I know from the testimonies that we've been sent over the years that people feel that no one is in their corner. I'm here to disprove that today. We are in your corner. And if we are, then this whole city is too. At the end of the day, you are the one that will make the change. We're the ones that will be there by your side every step of the way if you need us. And if there is anything or anyone intimidating you, threatening you not to speak up, I promise, no matter how much power they claim to have over your future, we will make sure that stops. Only together can we make these survivors feel as comfortable as they should and as supported as they should to come forward. We all have heard stories like this before in the past, and I know some of us feel that as bystanders there's not much we can do, but there is, I assure you. We together as a community can help protect our own and support each other when we need it the most. So let's prove that all of Savannah stands together. If anyone would like to reach out to the Astrals for help or to share any information that could help, You can email us directly at theastralsofsavannah@gmail.com. You can also message us directly in our various social media pages, The Astrals Savannah, Georgia. Finally, to any survivors who may be watching this, you are not alone. We hear you and we see you. Thank you.
All right, nice.
Yeah! Woo! So as you can see, we have a different group up here. It's a wonderful partnership, and we're looking forward to working together. I want to thank everybody for taking the time to come out today on a subject that's very sensitive in nature. These are the part of the courageous conversations that need to take place in order to help victims of these crimes. Together we can make our community a safer place and help those in need. Thanks again, and may God continue to bless our great city of Savannah. Thank you very much.